Start recording. All right, well, welcome everybody to our monthly team meeting. I know this is a little different than we usually do. We usually get together and we cook food and we have a good time. But thank you for being flexible this month because I have no husband. And so my kids are downstairs with my mom, and that was the easiest way to do things. So plus, for those of you who are going to be on the Direct Abound call later tonight, I'm running that one as well. So it was just easier. All right, so before we get started, we're going to start with some recognition. Jason, Kelsey, Sonia, anything that you guys want to share that's super exciting that's happened in the last month? Don't shake your head, no. Nothing exciting has happened in the last month for any of you.
I have 3 recruits now.
Yay! See? Look at that. Good job. I'm excited. Sonia, you had 2 recruits last month. Be proud of that, girl. You're muted. Don't forget.
Yep, I had 2 last month. I had Roger's launch party, and he is still collecting orders. Plus, he got his mom to do a catalog show for this month, and he got his mom/and sister that they're going to do a cooking show on July 9th.
Awesome.
And I got told I better be there or else, so I will be helping him out for that one. And Shannon and I, we talked a little bit, but hopefully getting together at the end of the month, like the 27th or 29th or something, but we'll see.
Excellent. We'll get that on the calendar.
Yeah. Well, it's on the calendar. It's just, what I talked to you about.
Gotcha.
So.
Yep. Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. That's awesome. I also had a couple people join my team last month. I had 3, actually, so that's awesome. Yay. Thank you. I know. I'm excited. All right. So sales for May. May was a big, exciting month for a lot of us. And there are 4 people on our team that qualified as consultants last month. Kelsey is one of them. Congratulations, Kelsey. She's a qualified consultant. And I want to say a special thank you to Kelsey because our team has earned an excellence award in recruiting because those last 4 people were able to get their everything in May. And that was awesome. And I'm so excited to celebrate at conference. Woo, conference. All right. We'll get to that in a minute. But sales for May. We're going to leave me out of this. Number 1 is Jason. Jason had 2514 in sales, which is awesome. Yeah, Jason, getting the thumbs up over here. Janine was number 2 with 1666. Sonia, you're number 3, 1391. That was an awesome month. All right, Bridget was number 4 with 1160. Nicole, number 5 with 1002. Ida was number 6 with 903. Heather was, where am I? Number 7 was 797. Ikeda number 8 was 750. Kelsey number 9 was 686, which is awesome. And we'll talk about my sales in a minute. We'll get there. But we also had Karen, Brooke, Jamie, Sandy S, Bethany, and Mary, who all were active last month putting in shows. So congratulations for getting some sales in, working your business, and staying active. That's excellent. Jason hit his $15,000 in career sales last month, gave himself a raise. Was that last month or was that early this month? I think it was last month you hit it, which is awesome, right? Yep, okay, last month. You coming in? Oh, okay. You just looked like you were going to hit the unmute button and I was going to let you say something. But yeah, that's awesome. I do know that they usually send a special gift in the mail as well for the $15,000. So that usually comes to me and then I'll get it to you. I'll let you know when that comes in. All right, trip points. Anybody who's on track for the trip with 5,000 points or more, I've got here. Ida has 5,086 points. She's on her way. Sonia, 5,721. Sandy Hansen with 6,374. Nicole has 8,525. Elena, 13,509. Jason, 22,245. That's what happens when you recruit, right? That's awesome. And I am on track with 66,181. That is what happens when you go for excellence and you do all the work in the year that you're working on earning trip points as well. All right. And while we're talking about sales and everything, I want to talk about this team sales challenge that Jason put out there. Have you guys seen that? I think it's awesome. It is the most amazing idea that has ever come up. So Jason's thought here is that each of you work with your teams and build your teams and build your sales, and your team needs to work to beat my personal sales, which means you can have as many people as you want on your team building up sales and building up that number, and then your goal is to beat me. And the prize at the end, I don't think we ever solidified that. Jason would like all the husky hair vacuumed up in his house. That seems pretty doable. Agita wants to have a big party. Kelsey is just grimacing at the idea of husky hair everywhere. But I think that's awesome.
Well, you know, my little beast is so ferocious.
I know,
and so
right?
much hair.
He likes.
If I can get her on here.
Oh yeah, she sits on your shoulder while we have meetings.
She does. That's why I'm actually not on the couch tonight.
See, look at, she's so cute.
So scary. My pup.
Love it. So I know Jason is working on that that goal there, working on beating me. Now I want to let you guys know that I am totally human and I do not have a perfect business all the time. So last month was a record-breaking month for me. I had $11,028 in sales. That's huge. That's insane. That's bigger than my biggest month I've ever had. And my biggest month was last November with all the right before Christmas orders. So beating that in May is like insane. So, you know, I don't expect to hit that again this month. It would be great, but oh my gosh, I don't expect it to. So you guys have a good chance of catching up and beating me. And if it makes you feel better, I have had 7 parties cancel this month already. 7. Okay? It happens to the best of us. Like, I know a lot of you guys look at me and say, oh, she's got 11,000 in sales. We can never catch up with her. I had 7 parties canceled. You guys can catch up with me. You can do it too. You just need to have a plan B. And my plan B has been virtual parties. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Couple other announcements. Travel. Claire is currently on vacation. She's in Puerto Rico. She's on a cruise with her whole family that she pays for with her Pampered Chef money. She's got the luckiest kids in the world. Kids and in-laws, like son-in-laws. She just says, oh, we're all going to go on a cruise. I'll pay for it. That's what Pampered Chef can do. It's amazing. So she's in Puerto Rico, and she will fly straight from Puerto Rico to Atlantis, and we will see her there in the Bahamas. So Claire, Angie, and I will – Claire's gone now, and then Angie and I leave Sunday morning, early Sunday morning, and we come back late Friday night. So if you're looking for help, looking for guidance, go to the GEM team page. The Rockstar page is an awesome resource as well. You guys can totally help each other. If you're looking for a director, Michelle and Penny will still be here. They are around. Michelle went to Austin, so she already had her trip. But you can definitely talk to Michelle Klein or Penny Meek, or of course, just put questions out on the general page and you guys can help each other out. There's lots of resources for you. I will likely be checking in probably once a day. I've been told I can check in from 6 to 7 a.m. because I am running virtual parties while I'm gone, so I will want to check in briefly. So if you need anything, an email or a Facebook message would probably be the easiest way to catch me. Probably not text message. I don't think I'm going to be able to get those down there. So email or Facebook, a private message, not tagging me in a post, a private message I'll probably get sooner. So if you need anything, that's where to go. Just know that I may not respond right away. New consultant training. If you guys would like a little revamp, if you want some new ideas, you've got new members on your team or people who are interested, we are starting up some new consultant training calls every Tuesday. And they're going to alternate between a lunchtime call and an evening call. It's going to be, 12:30 in the afternoon and 8 at night. I should know this because I'm running it tomorrow night. Hold on. Let me look at my calendar. Tomorrow night is 8 o'clock. And I did put that information out on a couple of different pages. If you need it, please let me know. But every week, a different director on the Landy team will be running it. This is actually something that Claudia Bazar is starting and putting together. And for those of you who don't know Claudia, she's the one who last January moved to New York from Korea. So she moved to New York from Korea, had zero going on in her life as far as Pampered Chef is concerned, because she moved to a totally different continent. And since last January, she has built her business. She and I were both director level together. And since last January, she's built her business so much that she's qualifying as an executive director this month. And she will be walking as an executive director on stage next month. And we are going to cheer so hard for her. It's so amazing. So if you're ever thinking that I have nothing on my calendar, I don't know where to start, I've, exhausted all my friends and neighbors. She literally crossed the ocean and started with zero and has been able to do that in just over a year. So don't think it's not possible. So we are working with her a lot. She and I met on our first trip. San Diego was the first trip she and I both earned with Pampered Chef. And we hung out a lot on that trip. Her husband and her and my husband and I got to know each other really well. And so I told her that I wanted to pick her brain and I want to do what she's doing and help you guys get what her team has. So one of the things that they're doing is these weekly training calls. And so we are going to be part of that. I've signed up to lead like once a month, a bunch of directors, so there will be a director on every week. Like I said, they alternate. So if somebody can do lunchtime or evening, but they're going to be on Tuesdays. I think I posted, I have a calendar, a Google Calendar set up so you can see when they are, and you can download that onto your phone, link it to your Google Calendar, and then you can very easily see when the next one is. It's got the dial-in number right there. It won't say who's running it, but you can see what time it will be. All right. We're also trying to do, Claire and I are working together to try to do at least once a month virtual new consultant training and a monthly in-home training. And Claire is going to do a cooking opportunity training, new consultant training night. She's doing Tuesday the 28th. So again, anybody new on your team, or if you want a refresher, if you want some fresh ideas, you want to learn some new recipes, you want to just see what maybe you don't know yet, you can join Claire that night. I don't know yet what night I'm going to do the virtual training. I don't know if any of you were logged on last time. Oh, Jason, what'd you make? Mini lasagnas?
Turkey Florentine meatloaves.
Oh, those are the meatloaves you were talking about. Are they going in the oven now?
Yeah.
Oh, those look so good. Bring those back. I want to eat them. Awesome. Okay, let us know how those turn out. See, look at those. Those look excellent. Very nice. Good use of your brownie pan, sir. I like it. All right. So keep an eye out on that. There's that page for the systems of success and a strong start, or strong start, sustained success, whatever we named it. There's so many S's, I can't say it. And that is where you will find information about that virtual training as well. All right, 1 second here. Sandy Hansen is trying to join us and she needs the meeting ID. There we go. Hopefully she'll be joining us in just a minute. Okay. So that's training that's coming up. Jason, do you need an update on the sales challenge? Do you want numbers, or do you just want to know that you need to catch up? You need numbers? All right. Let me get some numbers for you. And then we're going to talk about conference a little bit, because I know a couple of you guys are going. We need to convince Jason to just take off time and come with us. Why not? What's holding you back?
Rachel, no means no.
Okay, fine. Sad. All right. Jason, your team currently has $1,339 in sales, and I have $3,048. So that's where we are. Let's see. Agita's at 486 for her team. And so she'll want to know that. Elena's at 476. That's where we are so far. Okay. All right, so conference, for those of you planning on going or still undecided. I think Sandy joined us. Is that you, Sandy?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. Welcome. How are you this evening?
I was cutting the grass and was running late.
Not a problem. Thank you for joining us. Glad you're here. All right. So conference, for those of you who have been asking, I know a couple of you have, as far as rooms are taken care of. Your directors have all the rooms reserved. Okay. We're going to put 4 people in a room so that we can cut down on cost for everybody. We do still have some spaces available in our rooms. We have room for, let's see here, at least 2, maybe 5 more people to join us. And if we have more than 5 people that decide to join us, then we'll bring inflatable mattresses and put them on the floor and take turns sleeping on the blow-up mattresses and cut down the cost even more, because that's how we roll, and it's going to be a party. If you have not signed up for breakout sessions, make sure you do that. The way to do that is if you just go to the national conference page. It's natcon.pamperedchef.com. Then you click on the register button and you'll see your name and it'll say the word change next to your registration. Just hit change and go in there and you'll be able to see everything from your registration. And when you scroll down, there's a spot that talks about breakout sessions, and then you can edit that and add the ones you want to take.
Elaine and I just did that.
Perfect. Excellent. So what did you guys sign up for?
I don't remember what she signed up for, but we didn't sign up together so we could get different info. Make it virtual, full calendar, impactful, about marketing and social.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, there is a very, very strong focus on the internet presence and the virtual parties and online sales. They are focusing a lot on that at conference. I actually talked to Kathy Cocazella for an hour earlier today. She's the one who will be on the director bound call later this evening. And they're doing a ton of focus on the online sales. That's like, those are the most popular of the workshops so far, because that's where people are going. People are busy. People love the idea of being able to just shop online, the fast clicks, the doing the online parties where they don't have to clean their house, they don't have to buy ingredients. I still absolutely love the cooking show, and so it's kind of a hard transition for me, but I'm doing a lot of the virtual parties as well. Thank you, Jason, for that. I would not be doing them if it wasn't for Jason sharing some of his tips. So they're doing a lot of training on how to really make your internet presence known and make it good. So those are excellent choices. We are going to have our team meeting. We usually have it the second Monday of the month. We are going to push it back a week in July. It'll be the 3rd Monday, so it'll be the Monday right after conference. So hopefully all of you that come to conference will be able to make that meeting, and hopefully everybody who can't come to conference can make the meeting, because we want to be able to share all those ideas. So I love that you signed up for different programs, because that's what we're going to do at that Monday meeting, is share some of the information that we learned, so we can all benefit. I don't know if you guys saw, Pampered Chef asked me to teach one of the breakout sessions. So I am on a panel with 2 other amazing, amazing leaders in the company that I'm like a little bit starstruck to work with. I get to work with Stephanie Richardson, who's a national executive. She might just be an executive, but she's an executive. And then Brian Parker, who is just stellar. Yeah, Jason's like, I know who Brian Parker is. I've seen his name. So I get to work with Stephanie Richardson and Brian Parker, and I feel like this little tiny person. But it's pretty great.
Good for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Kathy told me today that I was handpicked for a reason. I was like, oh, so nervous. But it'll be good, and I'm really excited to learn a lot from them as well. For those of you that already registered for conference, that's awesome. Anybody who is not, if you are new as of May or later, so if you sign up, join Pampered Chef or May or June or early July, you can still come to conference for that early bird price of $200. Right now it's open for everybody else for $250. Totally worth every penny, by the way, totally worth it. But if you are new or you have new recruits on your team, want to join us, even at the door, if you signed up in May or later, it's $200. And of course, this month, when new consultants join your team, they can get 200 Pampered Chef dollars for $12.50 in sales in their first 30 days. And if you think that's a coincidence, you're crazy. They do that on purpose because that gives people who join in June an opportunity to join us at conference for free. Awesome.
Rachel, for
Yeah.
just if Jason cannot go or if there's anybody else that can't go, I think I saw it was $35 and they can go online and look at conference via Zoom or online, whatever. So that might be a way that they can at least join if they can't be there in person for some reason.
Yes, you are right. Thank you, Sonia. I think it's $39, but then you get to see the whole experience. They will do all the general sessions you'll be able to watch. So you won't get in on any of the workshops, though sometimes some of those are recorded and available as like MP3 files later to listen to. And I assume some of them will be this time, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. But yeah, for $39, you can log in and check out all the general sessions. I don't know all the details about that yet. Like, I don't know if you have to be on live or if it's recorded and you can watch it later. I don't know. I could look that up. I don't know if they have that online yet. But that's also a great option for those of us who are going to conference, even if we have family at home. Like for me, if I want Alex to be able to see me on stage, I can do that $39 and give him access to that as well. So if you have family at home, or, I mean, you could even purchase it if you had some people that you wanted to share it with and share that conference experience, I suppose. Again, I don't know all the details of how that works and how you need to maybe log in to see it. But yes, that is an awesome option. And Jason, that's how you can see all the new free products. There you go. Thumbs up. Okay. So speaking of new products, June and July, hopefully you guys have nice full calendars. Let's talk about incentives. So June, tell me, what is the host special in June? What are our hosts getting?
With $6.50 in sales, they get double free stuff.
That's right. All right, perfect. And what are our guests getting when they spend $75 in June?
Free veggie strip maker, mix and chop, the peeler, yep, all that stuff.
Little grilling tray.
Oh yeah, the grilling thing.
And then the cookbook. And did we say the mix and chop? Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Julienne peeler, veggie strip maker, perfect. The mix and chop, super popular. Everybody loves the mix and chop. And if they don't have one in their kitchen, it's a heck of a deal to get it for free in June.
That was my special at the show I did.
It's awesome. Awesome. All right, now, July. Now, hopefully all of you guys remember, we have until July 15th to submit all of our June shows. You guys all know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have until July 15th to get your June shows submitted. Now, what that means, I'm telling you this under the table, okay? What that means is you can still book shows in early July and tell the host you will do them a really nice favor, hush hush, and backdate their show. This will help you get bookings in early July. If you use the Pampered Chef website for invites or for RSVPing, you will want to put in the correct party date when you set up the party. And then you'll want to go back later and change it and backdate it so people don't think the party is on June 30th when it's actually July 8th or whatever. But that also means if people order online, if they're over $75, they are going to see the July guest special. So you're going to have to reach out to them individually and let them know that you're actually backdating it for the host. All right. So Raise your hand if you are completely content with your June calendar and you have all the shows that you want on your June calendar. Jason, that is the first time I've ever seen someone totally content with your calendar. I applaud you for that. You've been working hard.
I have like 9 going on right now. It's too much.
Now, are they all
How do
going
you
on?
get all of that?
That's a good question. Sandy wants to know, how do you get all that?
How do I book them?
Yes.
I think that the June host special with double rewards was a big motivator of that. I've been networking a lot with other direct sales consultants on Facebook, and a couple of them I've traded shows with. Most of them never contact me to book my show, so I've been making out really well with that.
That's awesome. They're lost, right?
Yeah, and then just other bookings from my May shows.
Awesome.
But I mean, it's a great time. The thing is that when you do like a virtual party, Jason does a ton of virtual parties. And when you do a cooking show, you feel like you need to plan ahead and we have to pick a date and have time to do invites and have time to go grocery shopping and make sure everybody's free. When you do a virtual party, you can start it tonight, right? You don't need to wait. So if your calendar is not as full as you'd like it, notice I did not raise my hand. I would like more parties. I had 7 cancellations. I'm still working on getting more June parties, and I've been doing it. But anybody who you contact that says, yeah, double free product, that sounds great. I'd like to do this in June. You can start that virtual party tonight or tomorrow morning or Wednesday morning. You know, depending on the host, you might want to give them 24 hours just to get their guests entered in. But I mean, I had a show that I booked last night at like 11:15 at night because that's when I had time to talk to her. Whoops. But she and I were messaging that late at night and she said, yeah, I want to do a party. Let's get it started. So I said, okay, we'll start it Tuesday morning. So you have tomorrow to get all of your guests in. And a few minutes later, she had invited 300 people. So I thought, well, why not? We'll just start it on Monday. So that party started today. And thank goodness for SyncShare that I could just start it. Now, Sandy.
What's SyncShare?
SyncShare is a program that you can use. So you basically, it takes like an hour, hour and a half maybe to sit down and load up all of your posts. I do, it's something like 8 or 10 posts every day. It goes every couple of hours from like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., somewhere in there. There's games, there's recipes, there's product information, there's just fun questions. But it goes every day for 10 days. So SyncShare is a program that you can load all of these posts into and it'll automatically post it into your party. Okay? So I don't need to be sitting at my computer 10 times a day making sure that I post and remember to do it every 2 hours. I just sit down with my glass of wine and a movie, sitting next to my husband while he's playing video games, and we set it all up and it's good to go. And then if you sign up as an ambassador with SyncShare, which I don't know anyone that's been turned down when they apply for that opportunity, then you have the batch post option, which means, you know, I set up Kelsey's party to run last week, and now Sonia would like to have a party. So I can just copy all of Kelsey's posts and paste them into Sonia's party and say, I want to start it tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and it automatically goes. So after I set up that first show for June, every show that I set up after that takes me about 5 minutes to get going.
How much is that service?
It is $10 a month. We have some codes available. I think it's CS free is a code you can use to get 30 days for free. But you know what? I had 5 or 6 virtual parties last month using SyncShare, and I brought in $4,500 in sales. So $4,500 of my $11,000 was just from virtual parties, and I think that's worth the $10.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? So it's definitely worth trying. And I was going to say for Sandy and Kelsey and Sonia, for those of you who don't have SyncShare yet, if you haven't tried it yet, if you would like, I am more than happy to let you borrow my account, meaning get your first host or two, get them set up so you can start their party by the end of this week. and I'll help you create that group, and I will do all the posting for you for that first show. I will not check on the party. You will need to go in there and answer questions and check on the games and give people hints, and you do all of that, but I will set up the posts for you for that first round of parties, okay? So if that first round of parties is one party, great. But if you find 3 or 4 hosts that all want to start on Wednesday or Friday, I will do it for all 3 or 4 hosts and just get it going for you. So you can see what it's like before you go and create an account of your own.
It's amazing. It's
How do you spell
life-changing.
cinch?
What's that?
How's it spelled, cinch?
CINCHSHARE. I did not know we were going to have a spelling bee, so you're putting me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
You can't do that when I have a glass of wine.
That's a pretty glass, by the way.
Hey, you want to know a story about this glass?
Sure.
This glass is from the dollar store. It is the thickest, nicest wine glass.
I know Elena has that glass.
It is the thickest, nicest glass I've ever had in my entire life, and it came from the freaking dollar store. Okay.
Elena's got one of those.
I love it. We do a wine and beer tasting party annual now. This year is our 2nd annual, but now we do it every year. That's just the thing. And we needed more wine glasses, so I went to the dollar store because I figured then if people threw them on the floor and shattered them, I wouldn't care. Turns out they bounce well. Unless you throw it across the room. I did that.
Would you end up doing like a class on how to set up the cinch chair?
We actually have done that. I did a training, and I can make sure I will tag you. There is a link in the Rockstar group. It was, what did it end up being, like 45, 55 minutes? And I walked you through exactly how to do it, how to use the program, how to set up your parties online. So I will make sure that you can go see that. It's just a YouTube video. You can watch it there. Let's see if I can find it here.
Cinshare has a number of groups as well.
Yeah.
That they sponsor, and they hold many trainings on an ongoing basis as well.
Yeah, they do. They're really, really great. So let me see. Here it
I
is.
forgot to set the timer on my meatloafs. How long has it been?
I can't tell you now.
6:54. It's 6:54 right now.
All right, Sandy, I tagged you in the post. If you go up in the comments, you will see one of the comments has a link to where you can watch that video. And then some of the other information that you need is right in there.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let's make sure we add you to, so this lady named Charlotte, and she is awesome. And she is the one, oh, you're already in her group. So you're in Charlotte's Pampered Chef Facebook party pointers. She's the one who helps with, basically she's supplying the outline that we're using. And I try to personalize it a little bit every month and put my own flair on things. But everything that I have started with has come from her. So when you watch the video, I think I did that in May. So I talked about how to find the May outline. But if you just follow the same instructions, you'll find the June information. And soon you will find July. I know she wanted to try to have that solidified before she goes to Atlantis this week as well. But she hasn't posted it yet. So I don't know. She may not post it publicly until the end of June. But I know she wanted to have hers set up. But yeah, that offer definitely stands. That's for you guys or anybody on your team. I would absolutely love to see every single one of the rock stars, all of you guys on the team. I would love to see you do one virtual party this month just to try it. Okay. They're quick. They're easy. They're fun. Our hosts are loving them. Last month I had a virtual party that was over $2,000 in sales. This month, one of my parties that's still going has over $1,000 in sales, and I'm not leaving my house. That's the thing. Like after I put my kids to bed, I'm sitting down with my beverage and I'm checking Facebook and responding to people and helping them with their orders, and I'm making money that way. If Sandy B was on tonight, Sandy B could tell you we have like 3 Sandys on our team now. This is crazy. Sandy is loving them, loving. And I know she is working on getting getting her booty to conference this year, which is going to be great. And hopefully, Sandy, if you watch this, get in on those social networking and virtual party workshops. I think those are going to be excellent. All right, go back to my notes. We're totally off track, but that's okay.
I'm sorry. That was my fault.
No, it's totally okay. That's the thing. That's why we have these meetings, is so I can help you guys. Then you were, I told you guys to speak up if you have questions. Registering for conference. If you have not done so yet, there is a little home office challenge going on right now that anybody on my personal team who signs up for conference between now and the 23rd, you and I are each entered to win one of 10 surprise packs. Sonia, tell us about surprise packs. Unmute yourself and tell us about surprise packs. Put me on the spot. She's got to mute the TV first. Oh, you're still muted. There we go. Tell us.
Let me go shut the door so you don't hear the more.
I put her on the spot and then she leaves us. How are your meatloafs looking, Jason? Oh,
Okay.
we're getting a sneak peek in the oven. Look at those. Those look so good.
Ooh, nummy, nummy.
See, Jason, I can see you loving doing the meatloaves in the pan because I know you've got that diet that you're like doing a really great job at, and that will help you with portion control, because then you can do like your right portion tonight, and then you can have some for lunch, and you can freeze some for another day. Awesome.
Okay. Surprise packs.
Oh, hold
Did
on.
they look done though?
I don't know. Well, get your. I can't tell you if they look better. You have to take one out and cut through it and see. It's ground beef. You can't go wrong. All right. Sonia, tell us about surprise packs.
Surprise packs. What they do is you get a really big, huge box. They were $10, $50, no, $10, $25, $50, and $75.
I'm so proud of you.
And you could buy as many as you want of whatever price you want. And all it was a big box. And then, because they had a lot of extra old logo wear last year, for every surprise box you got another box of surprise stuff. And you got everything from basically retired products, but there was I think there was actually some newer products in there, but mainly it was all retired products. They were all great. And then the biggest surprise box is, or the extra free surprise box, was aprons, tablecloths, any kind of logo wear type of stuff. Not sure. Like I said, tablecloths. I got money bags, just all kinds of stuff you can just give away, and it was just great. I mean, we were shipping boxes home, and they had FedEx right there that you could ship right to your house for like $8. A really big box.
As much as you want to put in the back. So people were like packing them tight. And
then we packed up vans and we had Rachel's van packed to the hills so tight that if she would have opened one window, stuff would have just flew out. But otherwise, we also boxed everything up, shipped it home, and it got here in 2 days. Because I texted my husband and I said, you're going to get a bunch of boxes from Pampered Chef. I basically didn't have to pay anything. I mean, you're getting tons of stuff. And once in a while, they had a red ticket in it. And if you had a red ticket in your box, then you got a free, I think it was a skillet pan.
10-inch executive skillet.
Yeah, 10-inch executive skillet. The other big thing, which is not part of the surprise thing, but we went on the tour of the home office. And we got split up into 4 groups, and then we had to sign a piece of paper when we went in and put it in our group bucket. And we were the orange group, and they talked to us about the distribution center and this and that, whatever. And then all of a sudden they said, well, we're going to give one person out of each group a free set of cookware. Well, the first group did it, and the lady went, oh, that's nice, it's me. And then the second group, the same thing, oh, it's me. The third person got a little excited. Well, the fourth group,
I went insane.
the fourth group went insane because we were all there with Claire and Rachel and everything. And I had folded my piece of paper, like about different kind of crooked like, and put it in there. And all of a sudden, this guy pulls out a folded piece of paper. Rachel looks at me. I look at Rachel and thinking, oh my God. He called my name and I went, hell yeah, it's me. And people after that through the whole conference came up and said, you're the one that won the cookware. You were the one that won the cookware. And I won a 5-piece stainless steel set of cookware, which my husband loves.
And you have now learned how to cook on stainless.
Yes.
And you
So I love it, and I love my executive cookware, and the free stuff that I've been getting, I've been giving it to my hostesses, giving it out as prizes and door prizes at vendor booths and events, like when you have to give a raffle ticket. So you just get all kinds of stuff, and you never know what it is, and it's great.
So with the surprise packs, were they just that you got to pick them up at the end, or was it at any point you got to get them?
Any point. Okay. Sonia will tell you that Angie and I were kind of addicted, and every time we went over to the big hall, we went and bought surprise packs. And people were kind of rolling their eyes at us. I think Angie went home with like 44 aprons because every time you went to purchase a surprise pack, you got this box of logo wear. So we went insane. It was awesome. It was really great. But you can buy as many as you want whenever you want. Ooh, Jason, those look good.
So, nummy.
Good job.
Those look really good.
If it's white, it's done, right? It's turkey.
Oh, yeah. If it's white, it's done. If it's turkey, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That looks great. Yum.
Gotta post the recipe, Jason.
Yeah. Excellent. So the surprise packs, we can get them at any point. But they're giving away some free ones, which also means we weren't sure if they were going to have surprise packs this year, but they're totally going to have them.
Yay!
Yay! So we might have to bring an extra car. We have to make sure on the way down that we're not packed totally full.
Otherwise, we'll just FedEx them.
True. But,
Okay.
And we swap, too. We swap different things, like somebody wanted a different bag and then the other person had, or a different product, and we swapped, and it was just like a kid in a candy store.
So all of the boxes are like the full-size Pampered Chef boxes, just chock full of stuff, no matter what the price point is?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
So, they had, do I have one on hand? I always have a million boxes. But, they have the smaller boxes that they send stuff in.
Right.
So some of those were for, the $10 level. But they would put in the $10 boxes, they would put $50, $60, $70 of the products. And some of those $10 boxes had the red slips of paper for the free executive pan.
Gotcha.
I ended up with
dollar store grab bags.
Yeah, no, they were good things. I think I ended up with 3 of those executive pans. Yeah, I traded one away for a bag that I really wanted. Yes, I traded a pan for a bag, but whatever. I had 3 of them. And this other lady really needed this pan. And I still have one in my closet, so I don't really feel bad. But then I have one in my kitchen. But yeah, and then I think each box, the value was 2 or 3 times the price that you paid. It was just items that they needed to purge. And I'm surprised. They actually, day one, we bought so many surprise packs. They had a warehouse full of them there for us to purchase. But people purchased so many on day one that they sent people to the home office warehouse overnight to pack more because they knew we were going to buy them out. So they didn't run out, but they just kept packing more and more and more because we surprised them with how many we needed. So anybody on my team who decides to come join us for conference and signs up before the 23rd, you are entered to win a surprise pack that they will mail directly to your house. And when you win, I get one too. So join us at conference.
Is that only if you sign up between now and conference, not if you're
Yeah.
All right.
Lame, right? So lame. Anyway.
We're hurting that one.
Sorry, Andy. Sorry. Just make sure you give Kelsey some spending money. We'll send her home with plenty of surprise packs. Don't worry.
You got to reward the early overachievers.
Oh, there will be rewards. You have no idea. Agita was going to try to jump out next. Sonia can tell you. Sonia was there last year. They send us home with so many freebies. I mean, even if you don't buy the surprise packs.
And then they were giving out during conference, they were giving out new products like crazy, like not just one or two. They were giving out like 35 different new products, or new products, and 35 at a time. And all of a sudden, you'd have to watch the scroll thing for your name, and and then you raise your hand, and I think it was Penny that got.
Yeah. She got a selfie stick, which I totally wanted.
Yeah, and then it was just all excitement, and they would give you just free stuff for no reason. It's like, here, walk in and get something free.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, if you're on a really cool team, sometimes you find free gifts in your room.
Yep.
Sometimes
I still have my little Sonia Chef purse with all my things that I need to. Kleenex. You need lots of Kleenex because you're crying a lot. But
it's an emotional weekend.
Speaking of, are we going to wear anything? Like, are we doing anything special for our Landy team or Dogstra team or Hanson team?
It's in the works.
Okay.
There has been a few things that have been brought up as ideas. I think keep an eye on the conference Facebook page, because I think at some point we'll bring ideas to you. Those chef hats were really great last year. Hold on.
Yeah, they were.
Can it be purple, whatever it is?
Purple? Who wants purple? Sandy wants purple?
Sandy wants purple.
Okay, well.
Yeah, last year dressing all in black was...
I mean, come on. You can't, excellent. I still have a lot of my pins on there.
My pins stuck on there, but my stickers and my bling kind of fell off, so I got to redo mine. But
here.
But then that one day we not only wore that, but then we all dressed in black too, or something.
Yeah, I think.
And we need to step it up.
Well, what ideas do you have, dear?
I don't know. I've been thinking. I have really been thinking, because hubby said you need to go shopping. You need to go. I want you to go buy some new things, new clothes. But I was kind of waiting because I wanted to buy something that I can take to conference.
Perfect.
Other than my dress that will probably wait till next year, but that's okay.
Hey,
it's still there.
The month is not over.
I know.
I promoted to director in my last week of the month. I still needed one recruit and a bunch of sales, and I did it in the last week. Do not give up. It is early.
Right. I haven't given up. I'm just...
Good. Don't give up.
I'm not giving up. I'm just praying. I'm doing a lot of praying.
Get your butt out there. Get those virtual parties going. Do you know how many recruits we get off virtual parties? Jason's got 3 team members in the last couple months. He doesn't go out in person.
And a new one on the hook right now.
Oh, look at that. He's working right now. See, this is awesome. You guys could learn so much from him all the time. If you have questions, just message Jason. He'll take care of you while I'm gone. I just volunteered him for that. Is that okay, Jason? Great. Perfect. Excellent. Thumbs up. All right. So yeah, like I mentioned, as far as hotels, we've got hotels booked. Carpooling, we are going to talk about that after all of us get back from Atlantis, after we have a better idea of who all is coming. We'll start talking about that. But basically, we have, I know Agita is leaving either Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And Kelsey, I believe you said you wanted to be on that car either Wednesday night or Thursday morning. So I have you noted down there. I am going to leave Wednesday morning, early. I am all about leaving as early as possible on Wednesday. So I can, and Sonia wants to leave with me. Okay, I'm going to put you in my car.
Put me and Elena in your car because she's still waking up at 2 in the morning.
That crazy girl. Okay. All right. So I've got Sonia, Elena, and Sandy in my car. Claire is going to leave also on Wednesday morning. Last year, she and I left at slightly different times, like just an hour or two different. I know Michelle is staying overnight at Claire's house, and she's going to ride with Claire that day. But both Claire and I have cars that can seat 7. Agita, I think, if she brings her husband's car, I think she can fit 6 or 7, something like that. So I don't know. We might need one more car But again, we'll get to those details after we get back from Atlantis. But I've got Sonia, Elena, and Sandy in my car so far. I can fit a couple more comfortably. Igita's driving. There's a couple more from my team coming down that maybe will join us. Maybe Lynn will join us again. She hasn't signed up yet.
No, she can't.
She's not coming?
She said she can't. She might do virtual, but she says no. Are you doing a show in Chicago like you did last year or not?
No, I actually need to leave after conference and get my butt home.
Okay.
I have a show at home that Saturday night at 4.
Oh, so we're going to be home by Saturday night.
Yes.
Okay. Not a problem.
My car will be back in Cottage Grove early because then I'm probably going to have to go straight to the show. I'll probably have my stuff packed and sitting at Claire's house to pick up and go. I have a bachelorette party that night. All right. Let's see. Do you guys all know where to find all the monthly incentives for your hosts, for your guests, for yourself? You know where to find that online? Sandy, do you know? Yep.
Yes.
Okay, great. Then we won't go over that right now. Anybody who watches the replay, if you don't know where to find it, reach out to one of us. I want to make sure everybody knows. All right. So one of the incentives this month is the free-for-all. We're earning free products. Who here has earned some free products already this month? Jason has. He's close to reaching the next level. He's not quite there yet, but you've got 8 parties going on right now. So what you're saying is you're going to like totally surpass my sales and kick my butt very soon. Is that what you're saying?
My goal is 6,000. I want them all.
Good for you. Good for you. See, that's the way to do it.
And then if I get 2 more recruits, then I already have my 5,000 in team sales.
And you just need each one of them to put in a show and you're good to go.
Yep.
Awesome. It's awesome.
great.
I have a feeling that Team Hiller is going to kick my booty in sales this month. I just have this gut feeling. Going to Atlantis for a week is really going to screw me over in this challenge. That's why you picked June to do this. Yeah, I knew it. That's awesome. I love it. So Jason's calendar is full. He's ready to go. Everybody else said they needed bookings. So who's up for the challenge of trying to find a couple of, at least one, but maybe a couple of virtual shows and get them started this week and take me up on that offer? You guys up for that challenge? Awesome.
Yes.
Green dotting. Do you guys know what green dotting is?
No.
Okay. Sonia knows. Green dotting is when, you go on Facebook on your computer and you see the little chat window and there's a little green dot next to people. That green dot means they are on Facebook at that very minute. Okay. So green dotting is when you message those people that are online right now and talk to them right now in hopes that they are going to see that message right now. Okay. Something to remember when you're looking for some shows, and I can only assume that Jason's really good at this because he's always got a full show schedule. Some of us, and I know I'm totally guilty of this, I'm sure Kelsey got to experience this last month. Some of us get really excited about our goals, and we get really excited and like, we got to do this right now because I need this right now, right? Kelsey's smiling because she knows I was focused. But we have to remember how many things are in it for our hosts, okay? So when you message people, you want to try to make sure you don't sound needy and greedy, and talk about the double host credit and talk about the ease of this new party and talk about how, you want something short and sweet. You don't want to send them a novel, but something simple like, hey, Sonia, I was just on a team meeting call and I learned about this really great way to do virtual parties online. Hosts are getting $230 or more in free product this month only. I'm looking for a couple of hosts to be my guinea pigs and give it a try. Would you be willing to be one of my guinea pigs? All right. And when they're like, I don't know, what do I need to do? Remind them that you don't need to get friends together in person. You don't need to set aside a date. You don't need to invite people over. You don't have to buy groceries. You just have to let us set up a Facebook group. You invite all your friends in, ask them to interact. That's the key, is getting your host to interact. Right, Jason? Yes, he's nodding his head. So if they are liking things, commenting on things, playing the games, tagging their friends, posting themselves, tell them to go look at the website and find a product they're excited about and post about it with a link and say, oh my gosh, this mix and chop, my mom has one, I need one, and engage with all their guests. And the sales will just start coming in. It's excellent. They'll just come right in. You get all those little emails, ding, ding, an order has been added to a show, and it's awesome. Awesome. So I challenge you guys to find a couple of posts. And like I said, I leave Sunday morning. So if you can find them by the end of the week, I can help you get those set up. And I will gladly run those posts from my SimShare account for you to get you started.
I love the ding ding.
Ding, ding. Yeah, when you get the emails. Those are
Yes,
ding,
they're
ding,
so awesome. Ding ding.
ding, ding. It's really great when you have, and Jason can attest to this too, when you have a bunch of shows going at the same time and they all end on the same day, and then you leave your phone or your computer for a couple hours and you come back to like 8 emails of orders being added to shows. Oh, that's the best.
Would you be able to post the Evernote thing from Charlotte so that way we could use that for SimShare, please?
Yeah, let me get it right now.
Thank you.
No problem. June. Here's the link to June. Here we go.
And this one I thought was really cool because it wasn't Charlotte that made it. It was a whole bunch of other consultants because Charlotte was too busy trying to promote.
I know. And she missed it by, it was only a couple $100. It was like $500.
Yeah.
She missed it. She was working on promoting to exec. And when you promote to exec, you need to meet the requirements 2 months straight. So in order for her to walk on stage this year at conference, she would have had to have reached those goals last month and again this month. So that's what Claudia is doing right now. Is she reached it last month and she has to do it again this month in order to actually promote and be able to walk the stage. She'll do it. I have no doubt in my mind. It's amazing. I'm going to be the one like crying tears of joy for her. And then we can all celebrate next year because that's what we're going to do for next year. You got it? All right. Kelsey, this is for you.
Thank you.
No problem. It's posted. It's in the Rockstars group, so you can find it.
Okay.
All of you can find it. I just tagged Kelsey because she asked for it. All right. But yeah, so that one, that's the one that I use to set up my shows, and I did not use every single post. I picked and choose because there's a lot in there, a lot. But that means you can go through and pick and choose which ones you like, which games you like. I would not do more than 1 game a day. I like to do my games. The first thing in the morning is a game because it gets people awake. They're excited. They start commenting on it. They have all day. Usually by the end of the day, they get the answer. Sometimes not.
I do 2 a day. I do for the first 2 days only, just to get people engaged and like wanting to keep coming back every day to see what's going on tomorrow. So I do like the count game, and then I do a Family Feud one at like 5 o'clock for the first 2 days.
The Family Feud ones are fun.
Careful of cheaters though, because there's people that come to multiple parties and they answer them all right away.
Cheaters. Well, and then those answers can be found on Google too. I learned that one because one of them, I mean, granted the game had gone for a while and nobody had gotten the answers, and finally the answers started coming through and she's like, thank you, Google. So at least she didn't do it right at the beginning of the game, but they're on Google as well.
And I'm shocked how many hosts are like guessing all. I'm like, let your guests answer the questions. Come on.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's nice when the hosts interact too. But you just don't want the host to win every game. Are you drinking a PBR? That's amazing. Kelsey says no.
Not on my diet, but
I won't tell. Oh,
you do the best you can.
You know, you got to cheat once in a while. That's okay. All right. So again, reasons that we want to build our team right now in June. $200 PC dollars. They can use it for anything. They can use it for free conference. Double host credit. Think about what your recruits get when they join this month. They host their first party. They get double host credit. They get their commission. They get 200 Pampered Chef dollars. Plus, we're earning the new fall products. Like, there's so much that you get this month. So if you have anybody that's ever thought about it or is even slightly on the fence, June is the time to do it. And if they're worried that June is half over, there's like almost 3 weeks left, first of all. And second of all, virtual parties. You can set up a ton of them and do them right away, and you can totally hit whatever number you want to hit. Recipes at shows. Claire, I know she touched on. Sonia, you went to Claire's last Monday. You guys talked a little bit about trendy recipes, right? Yeah.
Basically, if you just kind of stick with a basic theme, you stick with the basic, like the fajita margaritas, the wine, cheese, and chocolate, those basics. It's really super quick, super easy. I'm doing one Thursday that a sip and dip, but I'm doing sip, dip, and flip. So sorry about the dog. Sheldon, that's enough. So she's going to make a drink. We're going to make some dips. We're going to chop everything up. And then everybody that wears flip-flops is going to be entered for a prize.
Cute. I love it. Love it. Yeah, you tell that dog. That's awesome. I did a show last night where we did the loaded nachos on the grill, the recipe that comes with the grill pan. Amazing. We actually added ground turkey. So we took the ears of corn and we roasted them on the grill for a little while. And while they were grilling up, we had a rock crock, just the everyday pan. We put some ground turkey in it and grilled it up, and then made the nachos as the recipe called for, and just added the ground turkey. And those were amazing. That was a huge hit. It was enough for 8 people to have like a full dinner. And actually, as we were sitting there eating, people were talking about different uses for the new rock crock grill stone and talking about how they were all ready for dessert. So I showed them the cannoli recipe that comes with the rock crock, and the host actually had some peaches, and she cut them in half and put them on the grill, and we grilled up peaches and put French vanilla ice cream on them with a little bit of honey. So good. But the peaches stuck to the grill. So having the rock crock grill stone where you could put a little bit of oil and put them right on there would have been perfect. So I had people at my party the other night saying that they need to get multiple grill stones for this reason, and I'm totally gonna sneeze. I know Claire does a lot of tapas. I've never done tapas. I'm back. Salad in a jar. I'm doing a ton of salad in a jar classes. People love them. I just made a bunch of salads for myself, so I'm bringing one as an example to show them before they make their own. Of course, I'm bringing it in the new Make and Take salad jar. Wine, cheese, and chocolate is always popular. You can totally play around with the recipes that you do at that theme. I do usually the hot and cheesy bruschetta dip or the BLT dip, plus the turtle fudge microwave cake. And then have everybody bring wine and bring a prize for the best bottle of wine and have everybody rate them. It's super fun. Beer and barbecue. Beer and barbecue can mean barbecue chicken sliders inside. It can mean nachos out on the grill. It can mean whatever you want it to be. And again, you can have everybody bring some beer and do a beer tasting and bring a prize, or you could just have the host provide some beer. But those are the top shows that I've been doing. What have you guys been doing that you're loving, that people are loving? Anything different that I haven't mentioned? No, going with the standbys?
In my one show that I did the rock crock cake mix and soda.
How was that?
It was really good. My audience was assisted living senior center, so they really like making things in the microwave, and having cake ready in 9 minutes was really appealing to them. So I think it was the perfect audience for that.
Awesome. Yeah, the chicken and the rock crack recipes is always great for busy families. That's always a popular one. All right. So when you guys are out booking those virtual parties, try to remember things like I need, or can you do this for me? Would you host a show for me? Or I need somebody to host a show this week. Those are things you want to avoid. Instead, remember, turn it around, think about them. You're offering the opportunity to learn some new recipes, learn about new products, make cooking quicker, easier, more affordable, healthier, free products without leaving your house. You can use me and Jason as examples. Tell them, hey, my friend just did a couple of virtual parties. One of them was $2,000 in sales. One of them's over $1,000 in sales. You could have this too. Jason, what have been your highest parties so far this month?
This month?
Or in general?
I think 1,200 was my biggest show to date. I think I had an $800 show this month.
But that's awesome. Just look at the back. Look at the back of the catalog and see how much that is free and double it, and just tell people this is the results that our team is getting, and you can have this too. Now, Jason and everybody going for that team sales challenge, just so you guys know, I'm part of that pilot group that's doing the direct ship now, which means when I put my orders in, they ship automatically right away. So my sales, I see them as they go out. So what you are seeing when I tell you what my sales are, when it's at 3,000, my parties aren't closed. But if my host goes and puts in her order and I close out those shows, it may not go up a whole lot more. Whereas Jason, for you, you've got 8 open parties and all those sales are sitting there, and I don't see any of those until you submit. So that's something to kind of keep in mind when you're thinking about your numbers for the challenge as well. All right, and then one last thing I wanted to touch on before we take some questions and see what else you guys might want to talk about is I know a few people on our team do a really good job at taking time out of your schedule, whether it's once a week, once every other week, once every couple days, or for me, every day to set aside some time and work on your business. Are all of you guys scheduling some time in your calendar at some point to sit down and focus and meet your goals? It's okay to say no, Kelsey. She's not doing it. It's okay. Okay? You're trying. Sonia's trying. Jason, you do a good job at that. I wasn't even, yeah, you're shaking your head.
Time.
It's easy for me because Justin works all weekend, so I have basically Saturdays all to myself, and that's my pampered chef time. It's when I work on bookings. It's when I get all of my cinch shots set up. It's just really all in Saturday.
So you take advantage of a time that you have free and you just use it. That's beautiful. I love it. For those of you who are busy, that work full time, are you utilizing that commute to and from work? You know, you could very easily have 1 or 2 people's phone numbers in your phone ready to go. Here's a phone. In your phone, ready to go. And say, you know what, I'm going to give you a call on my drive home from work. We all sit in the car for a period of time. You could very easily take that time to call up an old friend and say, hey, how's it going? What's new? Here's what I've been doing. I'm looking for some virtual hosts. Would you be willing to give it a try? Those hosts that you've got coming up for parties, that's a great time to do host coaching. Lunchtime. How many of us sit on our phones and check Facebook at lunchtime? We're all guilty. Yep, she's smiling. We do it, okay? But think about if you took just every day at lunch, what if you said, you know what, I'm going to make sure to call one person every day at lunch, whether it's a past host, a past customer, a potential host, a potential recruit. Hi, puppy. If you just call one person every single day, like that's a great place to start. I recommend trying to reach out to 3 people a day, okay? But if you need to start at 1. Jason, you're not burning down the house over there, are you? No, okay, good. Just want to make sure. But yeah, start by reaching out to just one person a day. Go for it. See what happens. You will thank yourself, okay? Or you know what? If trying to do that every day is too much, just say, you know what? Every Wednesday I'm going to call 3 people at lunch, and Wednesday at lunch, that's what I do. You know, think about it that way. Just take those pockets of time that we already have. Our commutes. We have lunch. I've been sending out a lot of messages after my kids go to bed, and I'm just vegging out on the couch, right? That's the beauty of Facebook. You can send messages any time of day. So I want you guys to take a few minutes and think about what you want your sales to be this month. Think about it. You can earn free products at $750, $1,500, $3,000, and $6,000 in sales. Okay? We don't know what the free products are. We'll learn at conference. But think about it. What do you want your sales to be? All right? And let's think about what your show average is. And I can help you find your show average if you need help with that. And then let's think about how many shows we need to schedule and how many shows we need to do to help you reach that goal. So has anybody thought about yet what your sales goal is for this month? How many products you'd like to earn for free? How much commission you'd like to have? Sonia's kind of thought about it. Kelsey's kind of thought about it. Jason, 6,000 at least. He's got to have it all. Sandy, have you thought about it at all?
Yeah, I'd like to hit 1,250 at least.
Awesome.
I think I'm only at 470 something.
Yeah, I just read that off. Yeah, something like that, 469 or 470, something like that. If you're going for 1,250, I would suggest aiming for the 1,500. There's another level at 1,500. So go for that. Very easy to do. The company average for a show is $600. Okay. So doing 2 shows will get you to that $1,200-ish level. Plus you already have $400 in. So doing just 2 or 3 virtual shows will get you there. I tend to find that my cooking shows are a higher average than my catalog shows. So you'll want to take that into account maybe when you do your parties. But the average is based on all of the shows. So just something to think about. So how many shows do you guys think you need to add for this month to reach your goals? 3? Kelsey wants 3.
I'd like 3.
You'd like 3? Okay. Jason's good where he is. Sonia walked away to take a phone call. All right. Now, Kelsey and Sandy, are you going to get those 3 this week and let me help you with them?
I'm going to try.
Awesome.
I'll certainly try. I do already have a cinch share set up because that's when I was doing that last month, but I had the issues with some of the hostesses not quite being involved.
Right. Well, and they can always try again, too. It doesn't hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you have your cinch share, so that's good.
Yeah.
You've got the May party set up in there. I mean, really, you could just use that again. Just change some of the posts, take out the help with cancer ones, switch up the ones about the specials. The only reason that there's a lot of turnover in the posts every month is because, if you booked a party off of Sonia and Sonia had it in May and now you do it in June, you want to have something fresh and new, right? But if you are starting with some people that have not done your parties with you before or attended one, you can start with what you already had and just modify it, and it'll make a little bit less work for you too.
I gotta run. I love you all.
What? Okay.
I gotta run. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, Jason. Go enjoy your dinner.
Can I do that? Can I do that without being an ambassador? Because I tried from the one party to the next, but when I wasn't an ambassador, it wouldn't let me swap it back and forth.
So if you're not an ambassador, you have to set up every post individually to run again. Go sign up to be an ambassador. It's free.
Oh, okay.
It's free. It doesn't cost any extra to be it. When you go to the login page, right at the top, it says ambassador, and just click on that. There's a couple things they ask you to do, basically to verify that you're like a real life person, not a robot, and that you're actually committed to using it. And you have to send them an email and say, yep, I got this email, and join their Facebook group or something. It's nothing super intense. But I would sign up to be an ambassador so you can do the batch posting, because then you can just select all of them, hit batch post, and regurgitate it really quickly.
Right, absolutely.
So yeah, it does take, it took me 2 days to get ambassador status after I signed up for it, because they actually check in with each person individually. I would maybe try to set that up tonight, even if you want to try to use it by the end of the week. But still, if you are not an ambassador yet and the end of the week is coming and you want me to help you get it going, please feel free to reach out. I'll help you out. No problem.
Sounds good.
All right. So that's my quick rundown of things that are going on right now. Let me see if there's anything else I missed on my notes. Oh, the other thing I was going to show you guys is if you need help getting your business organized and you're like, I don't know where to start, I don't know what to do, let me show you something that I do that I've been really enjoying. All right, so I have this box. I got this at Target. It was on clearance for $3. It's great. Okay, it fits the larger index cards. Okay, which are about the same size as a door prize slip. Okay, so what I do, let me see if I can show this to you, is I have little files. You can get these little index card files. So I have, there's ones that have, let's see if I can find them. I got the ones that have letters on the back, so they come in a set of 26, and then I just turned them backwards. And then I wrote the months on them, and then I would write here, this one is, what's this one? January. Okay. So I have January and then week 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So if someone says, call me in January for a party, I just put them in there. Or if they say, call me in late January, I put them in like week 3. Okay. But then I also have a set of these every day. Okay. Numbers 1 through 31. Okay. So then when the beginning of the month comes around, I take them and I put them back behind the word June. Okay. And I put them all in there, and then I take all these slips and I file them in on different days. And I also have like pink postcards or pink or what are these, index cards? Like this one, vacuum upstairs. Things like I want to vacuum my house. Or what else do I have in here? Take out the garbage, like simple things like that. I have some that say pack for your show. And I put door prize slips in here, people I want to call. And I've got a section of scrap paper. So if I need to go to the grocery store and I want to go to the grocery store on Wednesday, I can take a piece of scrap paper out, I can make a grocery list, and I can put it in Wednesday. So what that means is that in the morning, I can say, what day is today, the 13th? So I can pull out the 13th, I can pull everything out of the file, and there are my 4 people that I want to call on the 13th. Okay, so instead of thinking your business like, oh my gosh, I want to call all my past hosts, I want to call my past customers, I don't know where to start, I have some friends I want to check in with, you know, I want to see how people are doing with their products. You take their little door prize slips and you just file them away. So if you want to do your 2-week calls and check in at 2 weeks after items ship, you just put them 2 weeks out. And if you want to do 2-month calls, you just take that and put it 2 months out. And you can use this not only for business, but like I said, everyday things. You know, make sure to take the dog to the groomer. Make sure to, you know, like I said, I've got pack for a show. And then like these bright pink ones are just things that are reusable for me. Packing for show and vacuuming and you know, cleaning around the house and whatever, so that I can just reuse these and I just have a file in here. And then when I need to pull one out, I put it in here. So this is a really great way if you're looking for a way to stay organized and kind of keep up on who do I need to call and when. This is a great way to do it. And this box, it's just like a shoebox size. Like I could easily put this on the seat of my car. And I know that after work, all right, here's somebody I need to call. I just dial their phone number in, start driving, and I can make that phone call while I'm driving. So this is something that I put together. I got this idea from someone else. I don't come up with this on my own. But that's a really great way to help organize your life and the things that you want to keep track of. I also have used some highlighter. So I've got I put blue highlighter on the top. If you're on my team, then, you know, I can put you in here. And if I know that, hey, Kelsey told me she wanted me to check in with her in 2 weeks, I take Kelsey's card and I put it in there and it's got blue on top. So I know I need to work with a team member. For me, yellow is a potential host. So if I'm looking through and I'm like, ooh, I need some more shows. Who are my potential hosts? Who are people that have told me in the past that they might be interested in the future? I can quickly look through and look for that yellow. Pink, potential recruits. So when there's a really great special coming up like now, that's a really great time for me to just go through and look for pink and pull those people out. And I actually have in the very back of my box, I have just a recruit section with potential recruits and a potential host section with a bunch of potential hosts. So at any point I could just pull them out and say, hey, I was thinking of you because this is on special. And I write notes of what was maybe on their wish list so I can check in with them. So that's something to think about implementing. And if you want more details of how I put that together, please feel free to reach out. All right, do you guys have any questions, any things that you need to know, burning ideas?
I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay, I did that vendor event this weekend.
Yep.
And I had a sign, you know, very nice. I did it 2 different ways. I did sign up to earn free Pampered Chef products, and then I had sign up to win a free cooking show. So I did it both, you know, ways. One day one way, one the other, and then back and forth. Anyway, hardly anybody ever wanted to sign up.
Okay.
So I did not get many leads.
You know what I found is more successful than asking people to just sign up for something, because people know that when they're signing up for something, they're like, oh, they're gonna put me on a mailing list, they're gonna put me on a call list. Like, we're just ingrained in that now. You know, you see that car for sale in the middle of the mall, and you know they're just fishing for information to call you a million times. And I think that sometimes can hurt us. But what I do is you really want to like make relationships with people, and those people's numbers that you get, I mean, think about it. I would rather go home from a vendor event with 5 numbers that I know are people that are really interested in what I have to offer versus 20 numbers and 15 of them just want free stuff and they don't care at all about hosting or joining my team or anything. They just, unless it's free, they don't care, right? So what I do is I like to more just, talk with people, share what's going on. And if someone is showing some interest, that's when I pull out the door prize slips and I say, I'd really like to follow up with you later so you can continue browsing, or I know you have to get going, or whatever the case may be. I would love to follow up with you later. Would you mind just filling this out for me quick? And those people are going to say yes. If they're actually interested, they're going to say yes, and they're going to give you their info. If they're really not interested at all, they won't fill it out. And then that's one less phone call you need to make, honestly. So I really like to do that and really focus on that. That being said, doing the drawings, I do the drawings a lot, and there's nothing wrong with it. And you do get extra names that way. But I have found that more of my contacts that pan out to be parties or recruits are people that I sat and talked with and personally asked for them to fill out that sheet.
Okay.
So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
I'll come up with something tonight.
Well, I've got my director bound call. We got the director bound call in about 15 minutes here. So I'll take a quick break and go see how the kiddos are doing, and I'll be right back. And if any of you are going to join in for that, I know it's a long night of calls, but always good information. And we've got Kathy Cucuzella on our next call, which I just can't believe she's joining us. I'm like starstruck. I love her. So,
I should probably call Elena and tell her to pipe in.
yes, she should. Totally should. Even if she hasn't made some of the other ones, tonight's a good night to check in. And Kathy will be on for the first 25 minutes or so. She's got some other things she needs to do tonight. So if she wants to catch Kathy, she'll be on right away.
Okay. I'll let her know. Thank you, Rachel.
Hey, no problem. All right. Anything else that you guys need, have questions about?
I'm good.
Awesome. Sonia ran away. We're just going to quit it without her. All right. Well, in that case, you guys all have a lovely evening. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.